What's up, great people? This is Glenn Legacy Davis, coming at you with another lecture. I've been curious as to what existence is, and I touched up on it in a few lectures in the past. But to think actually what was in the beginning. What did everything come from? Why is it here? I come to the conclusion that through my studies that yes, the Big Bang is what it is. The Big Bang, which started with light, a flash, a bang, a spark, a flash. And to my curiosity, I got more in depth with this, and I had done some research. And it led me to the book of Genesis, which, states that God created everything. And just as in the beginning of the book, it stated that God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Now, funny, isn't it, that in the beginning there was light? But this raises many arguments and questions, because in the beginning, how could there possibly be light before God? Okay, so is this even possible? Well, further studies led me to believe that yes, there's an answer to this equation, and it is that by God commanding or light, by God commanding light to be light, and that's what it was. And furthermore, God said, "Let there be the heavens and earth." That's what it was. God said, "Let there be air, let there be water." That's what it was. God said. Well, I find it funny that here it is. To say, God said, but to speak, to say or speak, requires thought. Thought equals idea. Idea, in turn, deals with feelings, emotions, and that deals with imagination. Imagination deals with consciousness. And here it is, consciousness, which is light. Light can convert back into energy, and energy which is converted into light. So in the beginning, yes, there was light. Furthermore, at birth, the first sign of conception, before the body's even being formed, there's a flash of zinc. When the sperm enters the egg, a flash or spark, light is the first sign of yourself. Light, a flash. And just as the Big Bang started with a flash and life starts with a flash, everything is light. This has to be. This is what it is. It all began with light in darkness. Okay, now, just as conception, life begins with light, and all this. Now, this is no more, no less than the light that's meant in, the light meant inside, which is in, light, in, meant. And light is meant in. And what you have to ask, what was before the Big Bang? What was before the flash of conception? Well, here it is, consciousness. Because as God said in the book of Genesis, in the Bible, "Let there be light," and there was light. To say is to think. To think is an idea. An idea is an imagination, feelings, emotions. All of that is consciousness. And that's all it is. Everything in existence began out of consciousness. You began, you birthed. And God is literally not just one man. You're God, I'm God, everybody's God. Because your consciousness creates the environment that you live in today, right now. We're given choices, decisions. Now, these choices and decisions are a form of intent and action. So, if you would have a group of people together, okay, with a personality type, which is a form of consciousness, personality types, which is a form of astrology, Pisces, Leo, Gemini, all comes from the stars, okay? You get people together. This group of people has a conversation. They actually conversate through the mental, the consciousness, which creates an environment that leads them into other things. Every day we wake up, we go to work. It's a happening. People get out of bed, they go to work, their cars are driving all over freeways. This happening is an event. This event is the same thing that causes consciousness to move and maneuver. Now, you got to think. You have the ecosystem, okay? You have the solar system, okay? You have the nervous system in your body. You have the political system. These are all systems of activation, which activate no different than the genetic code, which is no different than how we activate and we maneuver on Earth in this plane, in the physical, from the internal. How we function and affect everything around us affects everything in the stars. The soul of our system, the solar system, which is in yourself. Now grasp this here. I'm at 6:52, 6:53. I'm about to sign off. I'll get a part 2 to this lecture now. Now keep this in mind that light began from consciousness. Universe began from consciousness. Just as the law of attraction is no different than prayer. What you think will materialize eventually. It's consciousness. And prayer, what you think, pray, it'll happen. I don't want to speak religion here, but one thing's certain, that everything began from a process. A process that's motivated by action. People functioning throughout their environment, the political, the ecosystem, all this happening. That happening is an energy that we have no word for. And this energy, this happening, is what's creating everything else up there in the universe. Stars are being born, stars are dying. Women are creating sons, daughters. The women are daughters, gotten sons in the sky. We are daughters, daughters. Sons and daughters, people. Dotting suns in the sky. This happens, it's a big bang. The universe unity means one. Metric measurement of rhythm. Bang, 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 bang. Everything's birthed. Birth always begins with light, but what began light was consciousness, a thought process, a concentration, something there's no word for. The DNA code that deals with this. So on this note, I'm going to sign off. Glenn Legacy Davis, take care. Peace, love, unity, one love.